Tilo, where they duke it out over the current events of the sweet science. Moderated by Mindy Bryant, with correspondent Alex Correa of the Squared Circle Report. Sponsored by 6040.
What's up, guys? Welcome into the Parley. Tilo here. No Kendall Gill in the building because he decided to leave me for Arizona. There you go. That's all I got. KG, I'm coming for you, though. This show is sponsored by Safe Lift Operations. If you want to be trained on the work safety operations or forklift operations, you want to check them out. The email is right there in the description box and on the screen. They take care of all of that business, and they are a friend of the show. Today, we do have a replacement, though, and Kendall Gill's not in the building, like I said. So, of course, our correspondent finally made it to the building in the studio, and we are here with Alex Correa himself from Squared Circle Report. Alex, welcome into the show, man.
Yeah, appreciate it. Tilo, I'm excited that back in the studios here with you guys, man. So nice studio, man.
Isn't it nice?
I mean, recording in here with you guys.
There's a lot of amenities around. You guys can see here, but it's beautiful in here.
Yeah, I got the team here, so shout out to the team. Makes the show go.
We were served hors d'oeuvres before we started the show and everything. Yes. You know what I mean? Actually, I got to shout out real quick. Square Circle Report gave us a shirt. I've been wanting one of these for a while, so we appreciate you, big dog. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem, man.
It says boxing versus everything, and I absolutely agree with that.
Yeah.
So.
KG, man, I got you one when next time I'll run into you, man. I'll have one ready.
I got you one of these parlay hats too, KG, so be ready, bro. I don't know if it'll fit you, but we'll find out. Well, man, welcome to the show. Again, we're going to be talking boxing, obviously, on our weekly episode here. And Alex, man, we have had so much. Boxing has been absolutely insane this past couple weeks, man.
It's been on fire, man. It's since the end of last year, and into this year. It just hasn't stopped. Great fights after great fights. So
yeah, it's one of the things I have. I mean, I've always wanted boxing to continue to have news, But then as a creator, online. For the sport, it's almost like you're slightly overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Like, where are we going to post next? Because I don't know what's going to happen next. But one of the first things we're going to talk about, of course, is Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. This fight has been, announced a couple of months ago. They're going to be on Netflix, first of its kind, right? Netflix, and we finally are. We were going to get the fight on July 20th, but we got this week news that Mike Tyson had a medical scare on a flight. And we didn't hear anything after that for a couple of days. And yesterday we got the news that the fight is going to be postponed.
Yes. I heard June 7th they're going to make an official announcement, so we can have credible facts.
Yeah.
So we'll see what route they try to take, replacement, or if it's just going to push the fight back a couple weeks or a month or so.
I wonder what it is. And then, of course, there's potential opponents now that Jake's gonna replace. I actually was talking to you off the air where I saw a post from Logan Paul on Twitter, X, that they wanted to run it. It's been a while. It's been a long time coming, supposedly, in the post, and that Logan Paul wanted to fight Jake. And I don't know if they were going to do that or not. But do you think that happens?
Maybe they can put to rest the Prime versus Celsius.
Hey,
yeah.
I mean, and not only that, but I hate to say this, the fight would sell.
It
would sell, bro.
It would. I mean, look at what Logan's doing in WWE now.
It'd be crazy numbers.
So
if they did a pay-per-view event, I for sure can see at least 200 mil. Like,
you think that high?
I mean, I'm sorry, I said 200. like 2.5.
Wow, Yeah, we'll see, man. I
mean, it's the Paul brothers. It's two different demographics, kind of, and then the boxing world is going to join in on that.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see with that one. We'll see. I don't even think they're going to do it, but who knows? We'll see what happens with that one.
Jake Paul's been obviously received so much criticism in regards to not fighting real boxers. Of course, he fought Tommy Fury and he got outboxed basically, right?
He did drop him.
You gotta
give him a little credit.
He did drop him, but he did lose to him in the fight on the latter rounds. And so now we got this. I feel like he took a step up and then he's taking a step back. But obviously, this is very smart for him. Continue to make some money, and he continues to say the words like Canelo and
Right.
and the big guys in the sport. How do you think Jake Paul's journey is going to end, man?
I thought it was going to end with Mike Tyson, honestly. So I hope the fight happens because it'll be a win-win for him.
Yeah.
He loses. He lost to one of the greatest heavyweights in our time. So, and I don't see him beating him, but that's a win-win. And same thing if he gets the Canelo fight. Who knows? The way Canelo's conducting himself lately, it's all business, money.
Yeah.
And he has a few fights left. I can see him, Canelo, wanting to cash out and just give the fight and just end the Paul train once and for all. And there's no Paul getting beat by Canelo. There's no shame in that. It's Canelo Alvarez. That's what everyone expects to see.
Yeah.
And he'll leave with a nice check.
Yeah. I always hope and want to believe that Jake is training hard and doing well. He bulked up. He's been bulking up, obviously, for this fight. So he's pretty huge. But a fight like this always worries me because I'm like, I think after this fight, is he going to have the conditioning and the wherewithal and discipline to get back down, to fight guys like Canelo? You know what I mean? Like,
right.
That's always a worry, especially for somebody in the beginning of their career.
Right. That might be his end game, though, the Tyson fight. I mean, it's if the way the tickets that I heard were selling and the price of them. So it's in the biggest in Jerryland over there. So enough seats for everyone on Netflix, a huge deal. All the sponsors.
Oh my gosh, it's huge. Yeah.
That's the.
I forgot I was in Jerryland.
Yeah. I mean, it had everything set up as the end game, but now we just gotta see. Hopefully, Mike Tyson is healthy and can go, and if not, hopefully he doesn't fight unless he's 100%.
And that pushes back the Amanda Serrano fight too, as well, with Katie Taylor.
Yeah, unfortunately, because that's the real fight. Everyone is really wanting because it was such a close fight in Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
I had a few friends of mine that attended that fight, and they said the atmosphere was nuts.
Yeah.
So, a lot of Irish and Puerto Rican fans out there on the East Coast, but I'm sure everyone's going to be watching it in Dallas as well. That
fight, that Amanda Serrano fight and Katie Taylor fight, when I watched it, I'm not going to lie to you. As soon as round 10 was over, I shed a small tear because that was beautiful. Like it was just one countering each other, landing like this craziness, man.
They both wanted it, man. They fought from the beginning to the end.
The fight game can be beautiful.
Yes. Yeah, fortunately, this one's going to be 2-minute rounds. Katie Taylor wouldn't go for the 12 rounds.
12 rounds, yeah.
It is what it is.
This event would have been huge. I really wanted to see how Netflix was going to present this, and how they would do it. It's obviously the future of streaming these type of events with boxing, especially combat sports. One of the things that boxing is doing is this whole 5-on-5 that we're about to see, right, with Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn and cross promoting, right? Obviously they're on the zone and so forth, but boxing has evolved in such a way that there's different things happening, and the purist and the OG people are like, they're not hip with it, obviously. But I want to ask you, how do you feel about it? Like Hoya and Hearn working together and the Saudis.
Yeah, I'll start with the Queensberry and Matchroom. That's such no one ever thought they would work together because them guys didn't like. I mean, they didn't like each other. But now you bring the money in and the business side, and they're like, hey, we gotta make this work. And they're putting on a great show. They're and for bragging rights, they see who's got the better fighters and everything. And I would love to see a Golden Boy, Top Rank, PBC, like mixing it up. But at the same time, they have been. Fighters been going on other platforms and fighting. I mean, Tyson Fury, Usyk, Tyson Fury, Wilder, the bigger of the fights, Ryan and Gervonta. Like it is happening. So, but this is just on a bigger scale. And the Saudis, they have the money to make it happen and to pay everyone.
Yep.
So let's keep it going, man. And then hopefully everyone's – it sounds also, too, like everyone's signing smaller deals. I know Shakur Stevenson's got one fight left on his deal, so he might not be going back with Top Rank, and he might do the free agent thing as Devin Haney's been doing and Canelo. So you see if his name's big enough, but we'll see.
You brought up the Saudis, and they're paying everybody. The one thing that I don't have an issue with, well, they're paying everyone. Everyone's getting paid. They're getting taken care of. But to grow the sport or to keep the anticipation on there, and we're gonna talk Fury and Usyk in a bit. These fights that are in Saudi Arabia are not in prime time for us in the United States. Right. Now, I'm not trying to be selfish or anything, but the money that is being paid for the Saudis, that's great. But the crowd and the audience that brings it to the table is here, right? And so I want to see the Saudis be able to work with being able to work on the timing of this, right?
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it because I like them earlier in the day because the fights are on too late, in my opinion. Like they need to bring them earlier, an hour, maybe two. Yeah. Because and then you can go on with your evening, and so I'm a big fan of the afternoon fights, and then you have your evening to do whatever you got going on.
It's a good point. And yet I still think here in the States, fight night is a fight night, right? Right. It makes money for a lot of people during the evening, because people are off usually and Saturdays are a day off, right? But it just helps out. I don't know if and the reason why I bring it up is I've heard complaints, right, from people that couldn't do it. This Fury Usyk fight, I missed it live. Oh. I had to watch it right after it happened because I was out running. I couldn't watch it at the time.
Doing adult stuff, man.
Right, I was being a man. But I like what they're doing. It's just it's an inconvenience for us, which is me sounding selfish. I get it. Yeah. But if there's a way they can mix and match some of these things, I think that it'd be awesome because, like you said, the Saudis are laying out the cash, man.
But he is bringing that fight to L.A., the Crawford fight. So that one should be on primetime and in the United States.
Correct.
So we're not. So at least we can attend this one, and it'll be in a soccer stadium. So it'll be that's. I look at that as the Super Bowl of boxing.
Sure.
That's a huge card.
It's going to be a huge card, and I think they're working towards it. I think Oscar De La Hoya even mentioned it one time, if we can work together, he would love to work with the Saudis, obviously. Right. But he said if they can, for real. If they can find a way to work out the time management on it, and even if it means that they fight late in the night, or early in the morning, whatever that looks like, I forget the time difference. That'd be something nice to see here in the States. But I was wondering your opinion on that and how it fit for you.
Because even the Inoue fight, when he fights in Japan, it's in the morning. Mm-hmm. So
that was a Tuesday morning.
Yeah.
That was so weird.
So I'm at work. I just got to take a coffee break around that time. Yeah. So I don't miss it, but it is what it is. And I like to see him fight. Yeah. But hopefully we get him in the States too. Like he's doing big things. It'll be awesome. But
it'll be crazy.
Right now he's making a lot of money there. He's selling out there. So I don't see that changing anytime soon. But you never know.
Yeah. Yeah. In a way, again, he's my pound for pound top fighter right now. But another one that's in the mix right now with Terrence Crawford is Alexander Usyk, and we talked off the air as well about this fight. I mean, the fight was everything you should have wanted in a heavyweight fight. Right. It had the drama, it had the flash, it had moments of controversy, right? But how did you feel about the fight? And is Usyk a top pound for pound champion?
Oh, absolutely, Usyk's top pound for pound champion. He didn't dodge anyone. He just went straight at the top guys. Yeah. He beat Joshua. Then he gave him his rematch. So you can't get upset about that. And Daniel Dubois after that.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. I was trying to figure out what you were talking about. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then and Tyson Fury, man. I think Tyson Fury took him a little too lightly, man, and took too long to get going.
Yeah, he held back a bit for sure. He was this little thing. I'm like, man,
it's just that fight was just so great. He was winning. Tyson Fury almost had him out of there. Like I thought Tyson Fury was gonna knock him out.
He was hurting him. Yeah.
And then
Usyk, the body too. Yeah,
Usyk cracked him in the nose. I don't know if he broke his nose or what, but he just stopped him in his tracks. He was touching his nose like you knew it bothered him. Yeah. And after that, Usyk turned it on, and it was the Usyk show. It was just a great fight, and I'm glad they're running it back.
Yeah, no, I'm glad that the rematch clause was there. It's gonna be another good fight for sure. I don't know if. I don't know if Tyson holds off this time. I think Tyson Fury, I think he steps on the gas. But Usyk knows this game, right? Usyk knows Tyson's, his game plan. And if he can, the way he counters, he reminds me of a Terrence Crawford type or a fighter, but in the heavyweight division, right? Who knows how to pick in his spots. That left that he landed on Tyson was so it was nice,
right?
That's what started everything. And so to me, yeah, he's a top pound for pound fighter in the world, and Usyk is to be respected, man. Like he's in their heavyweight division, 2-time undisputed champion, and cruiser, and now in heavyweight.
Right.
And he's the man. He runs the shows with his bloody knuckles, as you guys saw in his post.
Unfortunately, Crawford doesn't fight enough, but hopefully after this fight he gets back a little busier, and then he's right there too. I mean, we got 3 guys that can interchange, and no one can be upset about it or you say any of their names in any order. Yeah, we interviewed Kenneth Sims Jr. 2 weeks ago, and he said the pound for pound is interchangeable, and it's all what is it, heat of the moment, right? Yeah,
when somebody wins, like, oh, this guy's the guy, and then when Terrence comes back and we see what he does, like, whoa, Terrence, you know what I mean? And that's how it is. But when it comes to Terrence Crawford, I'm gonna transition over to him. I read something this morning that Canelo is denying a fight in Saudi Arabia. The money wasn't disclosed, but they were trying to see what would happen between Canelo and Crawford, and if he'd take a fight over there with the Saudis. And Canelo was like, nah. He said no. So I'm wondering if he doesn't think Crawford is worth it, the timing is off, or if he's scared.
No, God, no, man. I just think, honestly, that I think it would be a competitive fight, me personally, and a lot of boxing fans would. But I think Canelo thinks he would obviously beat him, and he doesn't think he'll get the credit for it, like that, because he's a smaller guy coming up. Yeah. So it's like a lose-lose for him. So that's how I see it. I don't know what the money, and then like Canelo makes money no matter what. So I don't know what the finances were exactly, but that's the only reason I see Canelo not wanting that fight. Yeah, so.
And Canelo, he has a lot that should be going on very soon. The name that we all saw, and we saw Benavidez was ringside.
Yeah,
he almost didn't have the same energy as he was talking in interviews, but
right.
And Canelo was like, just doing the whole arm thing.
Yeah.
Come on up. But there's beef between the camps. At least that's what it seems. When do you think Canelo Benavidez happens?
It's gotta happen soon, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. If not September, it's gotta be
Cinco de Mayo next year.
Cinco de Mayo, the latest. I can't see it. And then it's just it's such a big fight, and it'll be a shame if it doesn't happen. So like. If we get the Crawford Canelo instead, I wouldn't be too mad. And then Benavidez, I like what he's doing. He's moving on with his career. He's not sitting around waiting, doing the Amir Khan thing when he was waiting for Mayweather and Pacquiao and never got him. So he's moving along with his career as he should be. Yeah. So that's hopefully it happens, but I'm not putting any money on it.
Who do you got though?
If they fight, I would have to go with Benavidez, man. Just a faster, stronger, younger fighter. And he's just getting better and better. So
you think he's faster than Canelo Benavidez?
Yeah, it's hand speed, yes.
Yeah, okay. All right.
But he, like the more he waits, it's the worse for Canelo, I think.
Yeah.
But Canelo did look great in his last fight against Munguia, strong kid too.
Yeah.
So
total control of that fight. Total control.
Yeah. Yeah, but I like to see, and even Munguia, it's such a good fight. His stock didn't drop any. I mean, he lost to one of the best fighters of this generation.
Yeah, gave it his all too. I mean, he throws punches in bunches, obviously. Yeah. But you could just see the difference in power and the girth, as we say, between both fighters. This Canelo was just, it's just crazy. My sound guy went crazy right now after I said that word.
No Diddy.
He was like, "Whoa,
no Diddy, man."
Right, no Diddy, especially today, June 1st. Was it June 1st? June 1st, 2024. No Diddy.
Yes.
The biggest story besides Tyson and besides everything else that's been percolating for the past month and a half is Ryan Garcia. And Ryan Garcia, listen. He is a smart man. He's taking full advantage of first of all, his performance.
Right.
Right. But like, I feel like everything he posts has an intention to make money. I feel like every post he's got to be making like 25K. Like I just feel like there's something happening because there's no way in hell a guy like this is posting every day, 50 times a day, the most craziest crap.
Right. He's brought he's like a villain, but a different version. He's not like the old school Mayorga. Nothing like that.
Mayorga.
He's just, but he is, man. He's trolling.
Yeah.
He was trolling Haney and his dad, and even afterwards, and then even with everything going on and all these posts, and then with Cambosos, I just it's entertaining. We can give. That's good. I like this Ryan Garcia. Boxing needs it. We need more characters.
Sure.
So bring it. And he can fight, and he backs it up in the ring. And he's been wanting to fight the best, and he's been he fought Gervonta. He didn't win, but then he fought Devin Haney. Yeah. Like he's fighting, man. So it isn't like he's dodging people or anything and just talking. So give me this Ryan Garcia and let's roll with him for. Let's see where he takes us.
Well, as long as he keeps fighting, right, and backing up the talk, then obviously this is not an issue. But I had a moment where I was reading through some a tweet, and I was just kind of like
one of many.
Yeah, one of many. I'm just like, is this gonna get old soon? You know what I mean?
Some people. I was talking to one of my friends, and he's like, "Dude, he's not even good at trash talking." I said, "It doesn't matter. It's just that he whatever. As long as he says something, like you just need him to say something.
Yeah.
And then it just to entertain us and keep his name in the news and all of that. I mean,
Ryan, dog, listen, bro, you've been very entertaining, man. You've been very entertaining. I got to give it to you. It's just I'm hoping it doesn't get old for you, like it doesn't like just lose a spark. So. Just get in the ring soon. But speaking of getting in the ring, I mean, when is he going to get back in the ring after all this PED controversy? We've seen that he's failed the Ostarine test. We've seen that they did twice. The B sample failed, and then we supposedly have seen that the hair test has came back negative. A lot of confusion, a lot of things to go through. What do you think happens? Like, I mean, are they going to ban him for a couple months?
They need to. They need to get a better system boxing on how to test them, when to test them, and the proper punishment. Because right now it's just like
and
it's
why
always
test
different.
So late? Why they come out so late? That's the part that confuses the crap out of me. Like, what is that?
I'm sure they can get those a lot sooner. They got the money. And
2 weeks, 3 weeks after the fight. Oh, you tested negative or positive for PEDs. Like what? Yeah. Why are we finding this out now?
Right.
That's been the thing that's been confusing.
If it's the dietary supplements, like he should do a little better with his people. They make enough money. Like I can see a boxer just coming up and popping because he don't have the knowledge or the people around him to help him. But when you're making millions of dollars, this shouldn't happen. Yeah. You know what I mean? It just shouldn't happen. But hopefully I don't know all the ins and outs, so I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, and we all we can do is speculate because we don't know the details. But the facts are that they have posted that he tested positive for Ostarine. B sample came back positive. Hair follicle test, whatever that is, from Ryan's side came back negative, right? And now his team is asking to dwindle down a ban. If there's going to be a ban, lawyers are trying to. It's just so confusing.
And him too. I think they're having an announcement in the next couple of days, so we'll be posting on each of our social media accounts.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. But Ryan, man, just be safe out there, my boy. You are entertaining us. Just be safe.
Stay on that camera, man. Keep trolling. Get on X and all of that, man.
I'm blessed, highly favored. I'm blessed, highly favored. Okay, that's all I got. That song is like it's doing crazy numbers right now.
It is good. It is good. It's catchy.
I tried, Ryan. Get me on as a feature. Let's go, Tito and Ryan Garcia. Earlier this week, we talked about we posted that is Deontay Wilder done, and he's fighting Zhang today. Obviously, we don't have the results, so when you're watching this, we'll obviously update you throughout the week. But I mean, is he done?
I think he wasn't all in on the Parker fight, and you could tell in his body, like he got really thin. But now he bulked back up. He got some more muscle, and he says he's old Wilder's back and hungrier. So I think he should. I'm I'm predicting he'll beat Zhang. So, well, I got Wilder in that, and then we'll go from there. So if he gets a good performance, he's back. If not, then maybe they should consider hanging him up, I guess. If not, but we'll see how the fight. If he comes back like the fight in Parker, then yes, I would say he's done. But if not, then let's keep rolling.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Like, you know, I think he's done, and I don't mean that in a way that he can't box anymore. It's just when it comes to the elite competition, I really don't see Wilder being able to compete. He's very one dimensional. You know, we've seen his training videos and him working on his craft, his boxing skill, and working the gloves and body movement. And none of it ever happens in an actual fight.
Right.
We see the overhand right over and over.
Goes back to the right, loads it up, and yeah, you're right.
And then in his defense, you know, it's just very suspect. And and there's no disrespect to Deontay. It's just if I put a Usyk in front of Wilder, if I put a Fury in front of Wilder again, if I even put an Anthony Joshua, he gets outboxed.
What's the rumoring is that it's going to be, if he wins against Big Zhang, that it's going to be
Andy Ruiz?
No, Jared Anderson.
Oh, Jared Anderson,
from Top Rank,
and that's even dangerous.
Yeah, so that's
even dangerous.
So that's he's Wilder was saying that it's too soon for Jared, but if he wants it, but who knows, man? Jared, Wilder might be right in picking for Jared.
Well, he did comment this week if he loses this fight, he'd probably consider retiring, which would probably be a good idea for his safety.
Yeah, because it is the heavyweight division. These guys can crack. And then he made a good living for himself, and looks like he's doing all right. So that's a plus too.
Yeah,
retire with money.
Yeah, he's 37.
Yeah.
37. Yeah, I think he's 37, 38. Yeah. I mean, he's been in the game for a while. So, but there's always an interesting question because every time I see him, I'm like, man, like, come on, you got to change your game up a little bit, man. Because, you know, we loved it when you had that consecutive streak of defending your title and knocking these guys out. But, like, Fury showed you that you can't do that only. Yeah. So
I thought it was only going to be with Fury, that issue, because of the size difference.
Right.
But Zhang's a big dude too, but but he don't have the tank like Fury. So that's why I'm leaning towards Wilder on that one.
Yeah. You know, the final thing I have here in the lightweight division, you know, it's, again, a very stacked division. So many names, Lomachenko, obviously, you know, Devin, Ryan, and I'm going in between divisions here, but Gervonta, Frank Martin, and Kambosos, he tried his best, you know. True warrior, by the way. Shout out to you, Kambosos. You know, even in your losses, bro, he
fought everybody.
And you tried your best. You know what I'm saying? You did what you could. But Frank Martin and Gervonta Davis fight coming up in a couple weeks here. Interesting, intriguing fight. We all have Gervonta winning for obvious reasons. I think the skill set's there. But Frank Martin, I feel like, has been, you know, semi-disrespected in a way because he does have a skill set as well when it comes to being in the ring. He has some power, but when you're fighting a guy like Gervonta, it's hard to compare something like that. But do you think Frank Martin has an opportunity here for an upset or to maybe make some money in a loss?
He absolutely, he has for an upset. You can't count him out. He's got the trainer, Ryan's trainer.
Oh, Derek James.
Yeah, Derek James in his corner. He's been with Spence. You know what I mean? He's not too new. He's been around. He just hasn't had a big name opponent. So, like you said, he can crack. So I'm looking forward. It ain't gonna be an easy fight for him. Just because a lot of people haven't heard of him, don't think it's just gonna be Gervonta walking all over him. Like we do got to put some respect on Frank Martin's name. So.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I can't wait. I actually can't wait to see the fight. I think it's gonna. I think it'll be. It reminds me. It kind of reminds me of a Zab Judah Floyd Mayweather fight, where you know Mayweather's gonna win, but Zab has been undisputed before, and he's gonna bring it to Mayweather. And he's gonna make Mayweather work. I think Frank Martin's gonna make Gervonta work. But I think I think Gervonta's going to pull out the win.
What I like about that fight also, it's on Juneteenth weekend.
Yeah.
So I think we had the conversation. Like I get the Mexican holidays that are huge.
Yeah.
The Puerto Rican holidays are huge for fights, but like Juneteenth, July 4th, like we need to take advantage of these holidays, and have more fights. And I think they're starting with that, and Gervonta's the right guy for it.
Yep.
And then hopefully it keeps trending in that direction.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just imagine a fight, 4th of July afternoon fight, and everyone goes and do their fireworks in the evening. You know,
no, it makes sense. I do like that. I mean, when it comes to something like that, if it was on a holiday, then that will work out for sure.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, absolutely. You know, and the last thing here, you know, we obviously we know that you're a correspondent. You go out and you're in different gyms. Mainly you're at Rick Ramos's gym. We know Jessica McCaskey had a tough fight out overseas. You know, how was the vibe there, and you know how is she doing?
I know she's. I haven't been there lately because I've been busy on my schedule.
Sure.
But for the little bit, it's like she looks fine, normal, and everything. The high from the headbund healed up fine.
Yeah.
And I guess it's just business as usual right now. Probably took a little break, and then he's got his other fighters that'll be fighting soon at the end of this month.
Yeah.
So I think that's where the focus is right now, and we'll go from there.
That is awesome. It's crazy because I'm getting a call from Kendall Gill as we speak right now, wondering what he wants. So KG, we'll get back to you in a bit. I promise you, I'm not ignoring you. But it's great. You know, and you know what? She represented Chicago well. I wanted to say this on the air too. I mean, Jessica, you've been nothing but a class act throughout your career, representing the city, yourself, your camp, Rick. Just a great job, and you know, whatever happens going forward in your career, total respect to you. We're gonna rep you. We're gonna spotlight you anytime we can, including all the Chicago boxers. We were talking off the air too. There's a big. We have a couple match today as well.
The City of Champions. They'll be in Indiana today. They'll be fighting in Indiana with Tiffany as the promoter for that. So that she's working really hard on that show. So there'll be a lot of Chicago fighters on there. So looking forward to that. I'll be in attendance for that. So I'll see you later on.
There you go. And definitely, you know, we want to always make sure that you guys know Parley. We're from the city of Chicago, and we like to spotlight boxing in general. Guys like Alex, who's doing his thing on his platform on Squared Circle Report, and all the boxers that are in the game. We want to give them a spotlight because they deserve it. And Chicago doesn't get much respect in boxing, so we're gonna change that. Shout out to Kenneth Sims, obviously signed with Golden Boy as well.
Yeah, congrats. That's huge.
Doing his thing. So this is what we're here to do. And Alex, we thank you for coming on the show as well, man.
Like always, man. I appreciate coming here, man. It's I love the studio's pretty dope, man. I like it, man.
Wait till you see it after. It's gonna look good.
Dwarves, thanks for that, man. And the solid
the
team
invisible
we got
ones.
here.
They're in the corner. Tell them where they can find you, man.
Yeah. Well, you guys can find me on Instagram and on YouTube at Squared Circle Report. So check it out, man.
That's right. The Parley is sponsored by Safe Lift Operations. And guys, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and everything in the description box. We are there. We are fair. I'm about to wear this shirt later on tonight from the Squared Circle Report. It's the Parley with Tilo and no KG. But I'm about to call you right now. See what you want. What's up, guys? Tilo here for the Parley. 15-year NBA veteran Kendall Gill there.
Sir.
Don't forget to subscribe to everything you see there in the description box. We want to hear from you guys. And, of course, hit that bell for the notifications. Like that, you know what's going on.
Hit it.
By the way, just want to make sure you know, Tyson Fury has never lost a fight to Deontay Wilder.
And this is untrue. He lost the first fight.
I don't even want to hear it, bro.
He lost the first fight.
I don't even want to hear it, bro.
He lost the first one.
He did it, bro.
He lost the first one.
He did it, bro.
You have yet to watch that fight with me. He lost the last two, but not the first.